Yo, 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 yo. Say, hold up, baby. Brothers and beautiful sisters, fams out there, OG gang, squad, viewers out there. Yeah, I'm talking to you that's watching this right. Yeah, I'm talking to you, man. I'm talking straight to you. You already know who I'm talking to through this camera, through this video. You're looking at that title right now. But you want me to jump straight into the banger, right? You want me to jump straight into it. But before I start talking about any, and I mean anything, let's get to 200 subs, baby. I'm coming with bangers back to back. And if you want to see more content like this, then you already know what to do, man. Hit me up in the comments, man. 10 to 15 likes, like what's up? Y'all smashed it in the last video. Y'all hit 10 likes, y'all hit the goal, and y'all OGs for that. And I appreciate it. You a real one in the building. But say, we ain't gonna need no water. I'm not gonna need no water. You not gonna need no water. All you need is the snacks. All you need is the snacks, baby. You just need the snacks, man. Because I am gonna be doing a lot of talking at the end of the day. I'm going to have my first ever link. You already know this. I say this every video. First ever link. That would take you to my social media page, my little tiny website. Check that link. Or I have my social medias on screen. So now you know, right? Simple. But I'm also going to drop a second link, just in case if you want to copy you a product, you feel me? A specific product. If you out there looking for this special product that I'm going to be literally discussing in just a minute, actually, then stick to it and watch this through the end, man. Know what I'm saying? Simple. All you have to do is follow my instructions, listen to me, understand, step by step by step. And let's get started. I'm going to give you my best opinion. I'm going to give you my thoughts, my ideas, tips. Should I think you should cure the bag or not? My review. And that's the honest opinion. So let's get to it, shall we? So, you know that your boy been shopping on Amazon, you know? I picked up 2 products and they came at the same day. Today, like literally today. Both of them came through. No cap. Now, you remember that I was talking about a custom gaming PC build. I've been talking about this for a while on the channel about me building a custom gaming PC build. It's because the PC that I have is getting old and it's time for a new one. And I want to build one from scratch. So, you come to the right place. So, I'm ready to show you what I got. This right here, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh's on the lean right now, he don't want to be shown on camera. As you can see, Yu-Gi-Oh's tripping. But I went to go pick up a Fungal Pop, man, of Yu-Gi-Oh! One of my favorite shows, man. One of my favorite things that I used to watch. Let me know in the comments down below, which one is your favorite? What's your favorite? What did you watch when you was little? You feel me? That's the question I have for you. And you can answer that simple in the comments. But I went on Amazon and I copped this, you know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, I showed this in a screenshot in the video that I posted that went stupid, you feel me? So like, this is one of my favorite things. And I'm going to add this to the PC build. No cap. I'm going to add this to the PC build. But I'm just going to go ahead and set this on the side because this is not what we're here for. We're not going to talk about this. This is just for when I get everything settled and I can add this to my PC build. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this down somewhere like so. Perfect, right? All right, let me go get the big gun because that's what y'all here for. Y'all here for the big gun, you know what I'm saying? And when we do these unboxing videos, you know how I do on the channel, man. You know how I do things when it comes to unboxing, man. You know. I know you see that, right? Oh, you see that, right? You see that, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I told you I'm staying real. Please ignore everything in the background. If you do hear voices in the background, that's fams in the building. You know what I'm saying? That's a squad in the building. You know what I'm saying? But do you see this, ladies and gentlemen? Do you know what this is? I know you gamers out there know what this is, and this is something huge in the community, but ain't nothing in this box. As you can see, it's nothing in this box. You want to know real, where is it, bro? Like, where is it, man? Man, chill out. I got you, bro. Let me just bring it out real quick, because I know y'all want me to jump straight into it. Y'all, I know y'all get sick and tired of me talking so much. So let me bring it out to you. You know what I'm saying? Let me just bring it out to you, because I know how y'all feel. You feel me? I'm not even gonna give y'all a second on that box. I'm gonna actually jump straight into it, because that's what y'all want, right? Voila. Boom. Apple tea to the cup. You feel me? Hold up, man. Take a look at that beauty right there. Now, I'm going to give y'all a couple seconds and take a look. I'm going to make sure I give y'all a full 360. And so I can give y'all my best opinion, my thoughts. All sweet jazz. You feel me? So let me go ahead and do it, and then we can talk about it. Alright, y'all gotta look, ladies and gentlemen. Did y'all see everything? Did you get everything? Hopefully y'all see everything. You understand? Hopefully y'all get everything. So, let me do something real quick. Let me just fix the situation. Alright, cool. What do I feel about it? How do I feel about it? Honestly, in my honest opinion, my full respect and honest opinion, ladies and gentlemen, is I like this case in general. I like this case. In person, I like this case. Now, in your scenario, and I'm going to keep saying that, in your scenario, in your case could be different than mine. You could have different things than mine. Your case is going to be different regardless. You might have the same thing as me. You might have the same color as me. Or you might have a case that got different colors to it. You can also you don't have to necessarily get the default skin, if that makes any sense. You don't necessarily have to get the default skin. You can get this custom made, actually. You can switch the color. You can probably even get your own brand on here, for real. You just gotta get in contact with some people on that. But you can get custom cases. You can get all that sweet jazz, right? But a lot of cases are going to be different. Some might look the same, just to let you know that. So what I feel about it in general, I really like how everything is labeled, and especially the top part right here where all the buttons at, what I'm going to be needing. I'm going to explain everything inside of the case when I get inside the case, I just want to let everyone know how I really feel about this product right here. And do I think you secure the bag? Honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all at the end if you secure the bag or not. But I really like this case in general because it got tempered glass. This means this is real glass. So here's a big old tip right here. This is big, and do not miss this tip right here. Do not have your cousins, do not have your friends, do not have a family member or any of that joint. I don't care who they is. I don't care what they talking about. I don't care what they telling you. Do not allow them to play around with your gaming case, because if you allow them to play with this and it's tempered glass in your case, in your scenario, and it's tempered glass, potentially it can break and it's gonna cost you some money, or they gonna have to pay you, like straight facts. They're gonna have to pay you. They're gonna pay you back for your case. You know, and I don't want y'all going through that situation. I don't want y'all to have to go through that situation. To avoid that situation, do not play around, and even you that the owner of your own case, do not play around with the tempered glass at all, because this is real glass. And if you break this, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you on that part. The only thing I can tell you is please stay safe and do not break this, because you will cut yourself and you could potentially hurt yourself if you play around with this. Now, if you have a carpet, that's cool if you have a carpet. Some people have different areas in their room. They might have wood floors, they might have a different floor, all that sweet jazz. They might got a different floor than you. They might not even get carpet. They might have different floor, if that makes any sense. So do not play around with this in your kitchen. Do not drag this around your house. Do not do none of that stuff, because you can easily drop this, and if you drop your case, you just wasted your hard-earned money on a case, okay? In my opinion, do not do that. But I really like I said, I really like how the top is labeled. You got the power button right here, the big old power button. You just can't miss it. Now some cases do have RGB in them, and like I said, I'm gonna talk about that in just a second. And matter of fact, in just a minute, actually, not a second. I'm gonna talk about everything inside in a minute. But I really like how this case stands out, especially with the black edition. I mess with the black edition with this case in general, and also got my headphone jack, microphone jack. It also got 3 USB ports on here that I like as well. It also got the top filter on here as well. Also like how they got a bottom filter that I showed. It does have a bottom filter to it, and that's the one thing I like about it. So I'm just getting constant airflow, especially. And if you hear anything in the background, just in case, disclaimer, please ignore the background noise in the background. Focus on me and me only, okay? So in general, I'm going to give this, honestly, I like it in my opinion, okay? And I'm gonna just tell you like that. I like this case in my opinion, okay? And I also like how it's labeled, and it really gives the case that design, you feel me, okay? So let me go ahead and bring out the kit. You're gonna need tools. I told y'all this in a video before. You're gonna need tools regardless. You're gonna need tools in any situation, any scenario, any case. You're going to need it. So if you haven't got your stuff yet, wait for that stuff to ship in. If you do got it around your house, if you have any spare tools, make sure they fit, okay? Make sure they fit to your scenario, because if you get a screw that is really messed up, you know, and you get if you get something wrong and you end up messing around, that's not gonna look good at all. So make sure you get you a kit, or get you some tools that you have that is very good, that you know that it will work to your scenario, okay? That makes any sense. So let me go ahead and open this up like so. And I'm going to need a screwdriver in any case or scenario. Like I said before in the video, you're going to need a screwdriver. For anything, you're gonna need a screwdriver. Now, some cases you might not need a screwdriver just to screw off. You don't necessarily need a screwdriver to screw this off, especially if you have a different case than I. So if you do have a different case and your case is different than mine, some of them have the little tips where you can just use your fingers and you can screw it off. But mine's in particular, in my standard point, in my viewpoint, that I have this screwdriver because it needs a screwdriver. Okay, if that makes any sense. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab one of the screws out of my kit, and I'm just gonna go ahead and grab one of these. It really doesn't matter. Just make sure you grab the one that's gonna fit inside of the case. In this scenario, I'm gonna pick this item right here. And like I said before in that video, you're going to unscrew this black part to reduce from anything falling and from you losing things. Like I said in that video, you're going to unscrew this black part like so. Give you a close-up. And then you're just going to put it over the screw. And then you're just going to go ahead and screw that in to make sure this joint is tight so it doesn't fall out. Alright, you understand? Cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed this part up, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this part out. So I'll see y'all on the other side. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Did y'all enjoy that little speed clip right there? Cool. Now, dealing with tempered glass in a different scenario, make sure you take that tempered glass out very carefully, because if you have a wooden floor or any scenario or any case, if you drop this tempered glass, that is going to be a bad issue and you have to clean it up, or that's just going to be bad in general. So the smartest thing is make sure you take it out very safely. Make sure you put this somewhere that it's not going to be bothered with, it's not going to be tempered with. Make sure you put this somewhere that you can keep your eyes on. Do not let your animal, do not let your dog, I don't care what animal it is, because potentially if they playing around, or your family members playing around, or little tiny kids are playing around, like your nephews or whatnot, this potentially could get in their way, or they will mess with this, because kids don't understand that at all. So put this somewhere safe, okay? So I'm just going to take this tempered glass and I'm just going to put it over where I'm not going to be, it's not going to be messed with at all, and it's not going to break because I have carpet. But not only, I'm just going to make sure it stays on the wall. Most likely, make sure you put your tempered glass on the wall somewhere, just somewhere that you can keep tabs on, and you keep your all eyes on that tab, on the tempered glass in general, okay? So, this is what it looks like inside of my case. In your case, you might have different stuff than I. Now, let me tell you about this. Make sure you put these screws, if you unscrewing your tempered glass or a different case, like in a different case in general to your situation, make sure you put your stuff somewhere that is not going to be lost and you going to be really confused. And I don't want you confused, because I don't want you stressing so hard because you put this somewhere that you're not going to be able to find these. Put this somewhere where you're going to keep all tabs on, and I'm just going to keep these over where my tempered glass is, because I'm just going to put it over there, okay? So I can go ahead and grab it, and it's just so much easier, okay? So right here in my case, I have a manual. In your situation, yours might come with a manual, yours might not come with a manual, but mine's come with a manual. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. You're also going to get your screws. Don't get me wrong. In some cases, you're going to get way more screws than screws that normally comes with. So in your scenario, if you have different screws, you might have more screws than that person's screws, or you might have more screws in general that you can use like extra screws, if that makes any sense. You might have extra screws just in case, and that's a good thing. If your case comes with extra screws, that's a big plus right there. But mine's have all the screws inside of here, and it has this manual here, and I'm just going to go ahead and set this towards the side. Now inside of this case right here, in mine's particular, now if you shop on Amazon like me, or you shop in a different scenario or in a different website or any of that, I always shop on Amazon because I trust Amazon and all that sweet jazz. But some cases comes with installed fans. That's because if you want installed fans already pre-made inside of it for you, then that's a big clutch right there. And honestly, instead of you spending more money on fans, if that makes any sense, because mine has 3 fans in the front for intake, and I only have 1 outtake fan, which is right here. So 3 intakes and I have 1 outtake, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I'm gonna get really good airflow, pretty much. I'm gonna get really good airflow around, because it's not only coming from inside of here, but it's going up and down, if that makes any sense, because I have a filter at the bottom where all the dirt is going to be at, and all the air and stuff is going to be traveling through your case or your scenario. But a lot of people, it's going to be different. You might have 2 fans, you might have 3 fans, which is you might have 2 intake fans, and you might have 1 outtake fan on this side. Now, it's up to you if you can change it. It's up to you if you want to change your fans. These fans that I have are RGB fans, and honestly, I don't really care specifically about custom RGB fans in general. I do care about RGB fans because it makes your setup look unique and it gives you a style. But mine come with RGB fans pre-built inside. And honestly, instead of spending your hard-earned money and getting extra fans because you don't like the fans that comes with your case, that's up to you if you want to switch your RGB fans with a different RGB fans. It's up to you if you want to get custom ones. But in general, it really doesn't matter. I mean, just my opinion, it doesn't really matter to me. Long as the fans work, I'm Gucci, and I'm gonna get cool airflow and stuff. That's the big bronze. That's the big plus right there in my book. So mine's come with 3 intake and mine's come with 1 outtake, which these are RGB fans, by the way. Like I said, a lot of people got different RGB fans. A lot of people can switch RGB fans if you wanted to in your scenario. Like I said, in this case in general, actually, if you take the front part off, which is this front part right here, if you take this off, you can go ahead and unscrew the fans, and then you can take the fans out and replace it with a different fan, and also this as well. But I'm just going to leave all of this alone, because when I get all the parts and everything and I get everything set up in here, I'm not going to worry about it too much. And like I said, I like this case in my book in general. Okay, so that's what I like about this case, that it comes built installed fans for me pre-built. So that's what I like about this case. Okay, now you probably wonder, where's all the stuff, pretty much, where's all the little parts and all the little gadgets that you would normally will see in the case. Well, actually, a lot of people will tell you you can do cable management, and that's kind of what I did actually with cable management. I actually put all the cables through the back. And to get to a back in your scenario, in your case, like I said, a lot of people got different cases, and some of them might look similar and some of them might look the same. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is different, you know what I'm saying? But
to get to the back, and if you have the same thing as me, to get to the back, you just have to unscrew these two right here, which is going to be at the bottom where your power is going to be at the bottom, and then where your protector, if that makes any sense, your protector will be at. Pretty much what I mean protector, I mean that your, where you put all the stuff inside of here, if that makes any sense. Okay, I'm not the best explainer in the world. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and unscrew this like so I can show you where I put my cables at, because in the PC gaming community, cable management is a huge plus for some apparent reason in the YouTube gaming community, especially dealing with PCs in general, because a lot of these tech YouTubers talk about cable management, and cable management is just highly important because they don't want their cables to be all everywhere throughout their case. And because if you have all those little cables all over your PC, it's just going to look horrible, and it just makes your PC look so trash as well. And also it's going to be a big problem because it can potentially mess with some things in your build, and it might end up messing with your PC because you have so many cables running throughout your PC, and it's not going to look good at all in your scenario, and that can really be an issue. So a lot of people talks about cable management and stuff like that. Now, particular for me, I am going to be doing cable management because I don't want my stuff to be all buggy, you know what I'm saying? I don't want my stuff looking like a rat, you know what I'm saying? I don't want my stuff looking like a possum down the street, you know what I'm saying, asking for change. I don't want my stuff looking like that, you know what I'm saying? But here is the back. Now, when I first got this out of the box, all these cables was in front and it was just looking horrible, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's just so huge in the YouTube community about cable management. It is so serious to people that it takes cable management so serious in their community. It's that for you got to try to make it look good, you know what I'm saying, the best way as can. And what I did was, actually, since my case has more wide space for my cables and I have that much room in my scenario, that I can literally hide pretty much anything in this case scenario, in my scenario here. So what I did was I took all the little cables that was here in the beginning and I put all the cables through this part like so, and I'll make sure when you are doing cables, be careful, because you can potentially mess and end up messing up a cable or end up breaking a cable, because the simple fact is you are shoving things and you're not being careful. You might pull something out of your case that is plugged up to something that is important, like your power, because if your power goes out, how are you going to be able to stream, or how are you going to be able to do gameplay, how are you going to be watching Netflix and all that stuff, because you sitting here pulling it and you sitting here messing with it and you sitting here tugging it and pulling it like it's just some trash. No, you paid some money for your case and all the parts in it is very important. So if you sitting here playing around with it, like I said, if you have friends, cousins, or any of that scenario, please tell them, do not mess with your stuff at all, or they're paying for it. If they want to sit here and break your stuff, make them pay for it, bro. I don't care if it's family or not. Make them pay for it, because you spend hard-earned money on your case. And I'll be darned if I let somebody sit here and break my stuff that is very important to me, you know, in my scenario. So if I were you, you better put a price tag on that name, straight facts. But what I did was I took all the cables and I routed it in the back, because when I get all the parts, That way I can figure out where to put all my stuff when I get all my parts. So that way it don't look so a mess. So it doesn't look like a mess. You understand what I'm saying? So it don't look like a mess at all. Something going on with my nose and it's messing with my voice, and I just don't like it at all, man. I've been having issues with it for a minute. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, continuing on with the video here, is that in general, you want to make sure your stuff is looking clean, right? You want to make sure your stuff is looking clean, okay? So when you get all your parts and all your parts come through the mail and you got every single piece, and I mean every single piece that you ordered to your scenario, that way you can see things more clear, and that way you can understand it more clear when you build it inside of your case, okay? So you don't get confused at all with these cables and having so much struggles with your cables. It's because you frustrated because you have all these cables in the front and it's just mad confusing. You don't know where to put them at because it just scattered everywhere, and then you end up messing with something. So make sure you be cautious. I'm just telling you, you don't have to listen to me, but I'm telling you a good reason is make sure you put, if you have a different case or you might have the same case as me, then you should probably, if you have the same case as me, what I would do is I'll take all those cords and I'll put it in the back right here. Like what I did is I took all the cords and I put it straight back here, right where this open area is, like right here. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. I put all the cords through here and I did it safely. That way I won't break anything or, you know, mess with anything that's going to affect my case and the functions inside of the case, okay, if that makes any sense, okay? So I'm not the best at explaining. I'm trying to explain it the best way I can to you, ladies and gentlemen out there. So take that in mind of what I'm telling you, okay, and understand that is a straight fact, okay? So in this case right here, now in your scenario, in different cases, you might have different stuff. Like I said, everybody's case is different and it might look different. Some of them might look the same. If you have the same thing as me, then you will know about these little something called SSDs and all that stuff like that. This down here is a tray. This is a tray right here, and a lot of people talk about this in the PC gaming community, especially with these tech YouTubers. Most likely they'll talk about how you can install, you know, HDD drives. This is just where to put it at, if that makes any sense. If that makes any sense to you, this is where to put your stuff at, if that makes any sense, okay? And yeah, man, that's really what I wanted to explain to you for real. I think I explained the best way I can. Oh, also, if you have space in your case, I forgot to say this. If you have space and you have a lot of space in your case, also use that space to your advantage. I mean, it's not gonna look good. It's not gonna look good for real, but it's just gonna make the process so much better, so much easier to your scenario. So when you build it inside of your case, use that big space for an advantage, because that way you can hide all the cords, hide all the cables, excuse me, and you ain't gotta worry about people talking about, oh, I see that, or all that stuff. I mean, I don't really care about nobody's opinion, but in my opinion, I should say that if you want something to be perfective and done the right way, and the right way of doing it is make sure you put all your little cable cords where the big area is, and make sure you can use that to your advantage. So that way, when you put this back on, you ain't gotta worry about having troubles putting the back plate on it at all. You can just put it on with no problem ask. So actually, let me show you an example of what I mean. So as you see, my cables are running through the back like so. So what I did is I make sure I put everything in here. I make sure I put everything in here that I'm not going to be messing up anything or breaking anything. Make sure you put it in safely, like I said, because you don't want to mess up with anything of these cords, because this stuff is very vital. You know what I'm saying? Understand? I don't know what's going on with my nose, but please stick with me here. So let me go ahead and put the bag on this like so. So as you see here, I'm gonna show you again. This is where all my cable cords is at. I put it in this big old area right here. Like I said, when I get all the parts, it'd be so much easier for me to build inside of here, because I sorted things out with the cables, and that way I don't have no issues. And also, when you sort out cables, a fun fact is when you sort out all these cables, you can figure out what cable you are going to need and put beside the cables you are not going to be needing at all, if that makes any sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this back on. And the best way is to put your case back on, or any case in general, is make sure you put your case down. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you put it down softly, and then go ahead and put the back plate on like so. Make sure you put it on just like so. And as you see there, you see how my case literally, in the back of my case, the back plate just literally snapped just like that. That's because I made storage, and I made so much room that I ain't gotta worry about having troubles putting the back plate on. So all you need to do now is you need to just put your screws back in. So when you're done with your PC build, and when you're done with everything, make sure you put everything back together. I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up, and I'm going to go ahead and screw everything back in place. And I'll see y'all on the other side, shall we? And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And you assembled it back together. Hopefully you enjoy this. Hopefully you, seriously, hopefully y'all enjoy this. I explained the best way I can. I'm not the best explainer in the world, but I do have enough knowledge to tell you something about what I have learned, and I'm so sorry, what I have gone through. You understand what I'm trying to say? So hopefully you understand everything I was talking about. Oh, also, a big old tip is, when you done putting something back together, make sure you screw it just enough that you don't end up breaking the little bits off the screw, because if you tighten it too tight, then it's just gonna keep going around the circles, and then I don't know what to tell you on that. So make sure you screw this in just enough that it sticks in place. And if you have tempered glass like me, of course you can take this off if you want to. So after, when you're done building your custom gaming PC build, or any of that scenario, you can take the plastic off of the tempered glass case, and then you can see what it looks like in the inside, and it's gonna be looking glorious. So hopefully y'all enjoy everything. I put my little Funko Pop there. I don't know why I put that there. I just wanted to put that there. But hopefully y'all understand everything. Oh yeah, I forgot one more thing. To talk about, which is this right here. This is for your big card, if that makes it, your graphics card. That's what it's for, your graphics card. If you wondering what these slots are right here, this is for your graphics card, to especially if you're dealing with, you know, a graphics card. In some cases, a lot of people tell you have to unscrew it. Some cases you have to unscrew it. Some people would say that in different scenarios that cost, if that makes any sense. So honestly, make sure y'all do y'all research about the little graphic card, how to make sure you're doing it the right way. Make sure you're doing it the right way and don't do it the wrong way. But hopefully you enjoy this review, and honestly, I love this case, and I think this case will last me long in a long run when I build everything. Can you upgrade? Yes, you can. You can upgrade if you want to. You can upgrade different parts if you want to. It's honestly, you can upgrade your stuff if you wanted to. Just, you can upgrade it the way you want it to be. So just to let you know that you can upgrade it if you wanted to. It's really up to you if you want to upgrade and stuff like that. So alright, y'all, I'm out, y'all. Peace.